Hello, there have been a lot of questions from the students who were asking me about how do we print drawings from Autocad software. In fact, they were able to draw their drawings, but they cannot print the drawings. Of course, there are two ways of maybe printing the drawing from Autocad, or it could be more than two ways. So let us open a drawing. First of all, you start by opening the drawing that you want to print. In my case, I'm going to open this Gogwe Revision 2 drawing. So once I open that drawing, then of course there you ignore it. You ignore the whatever the missing and the like. And then maybe you just put it, if I remove, I don't need this drawing anyway, but what I need is the one that I have opened. So this is my drawing. Of course I can zoom it. That is if I want to print from the model. So this is the model space. As you see here, it has been highlighted as the model. So printing from the model, what you need to do is you go to file, or you can use this shortcut icon. You go to file and then you choose plot. Then the dialog box, of course this is the dialog box that is coming, but I'll just say okay. And then this is the dialog box that is coming in now. Assuming I want to print that drawing on A3 paper size, then I'll choose maybe previous plot. That is if you had set your drawing previously, but where you have done nothing, but you can go to, let's assume maybe we have none in this case. So where we have none, and then you scroll there to choose the printer that you want to use. For example, if I want to use, in my case, these are the installed printers in my Autocad. So I have this 600 M601, M602, M603 PLC, or this, or maybe you also have this default system printer. But in the event that maybe I just want to save the drawing into PDF, okay, so drawing to PDF could be my printer in this case. Drawing to PDF, so that's my drawing to PDF. And the next stage that I need to do is to choose the paper size. So I've said that I want to use to print my drawing on A3 paper size. So I will choose A3 paper size, which is going to be landscape. So it's supposed to be 420 by 297 ISO. A3 420 by 297, that is landscape. If it's going to be portrait, then it's supposed to be this 297 by 420. So it's in the form of the length times the height of the paper. So I will choose that one. So that's my paper size. And also where I need to print in black and white is going to be monochrome. But where I need to have in any color, I'll choose AutoCAD, I'll choose Arcad CTB, or I'll just leave it none as it is in that case. So then the next thing is to determine, because if you just command print as it is in this case, it means that the drawings may be too small on the paper, but you need to select the drawing that you are going to print. That is where you haven't set your drawing limits. If your drawing limits were set, then there's no need of maybe selecting. You just say print whatever. So in this you have display, extents, limits, and also window. So we are going to window select the drawing that we want to print. So say window select. So I'll select that drawing. This is, I want to print the floor plan. So it's like that. And then the scale. So for the scale, of course there is custom, but maybe I can choose if I want to print that drawing to a scale of 1 to 100. Then let's see what happens. You can see it is within the limit. If you want to print the drawing to a scale of 1 to 50, so you type 50 here. That is 1 millimeter to 50 units. And let's see what is happening. So 1 to 50, you can see there is that red line, which means that the drawing will be, or not all part of drawing will be printed. Maybe to preview whatever we are going to print, then you go to preview. Of course, there you say continue, and let's see what is going to be printed. So you can see that at a scale of 1 to 50, this is the drawing that will appear on the paper. So another option to have maybe to print on this scale and print everything, and as far as the drawing is concerned, is to change the paper that you are going to use. Change the paper size. Instead of printing on the paper on A3 paper size, you can use A2 or even A1, depending on the size of the drawing, and also depending on the detail that you want to show on the printout. So for this, you are going to right click and then you choose exit. You cannot choose plot in this case because not all areas of drawings will be seen. So you choose exit, that is to return back to the dialog box, the print dialog box. So if we put 100, let's say 1 to 100, or maybe we can try printing to 1 to 75, and then we're also going to preview this. So previewing, you can see that we have all the drawings, but maybe some details on the size are the ones that are not appearing. However, since we just if we were to print this drawing for maybe to see like a draft print, you can just go ahead and print it, because in this case you have a greater view of the drawing. It is in a zoomed view, as opposed to maybe a scale of 1 to 100. So you say exit, that is where you want to see everything including the margin. So we could just have 100, and then you say preview. So if we are to preview, you can see that even the margin has been shown on the printout. So assuming that you are satisfied with this, then you can right click and then you say plot. So in this case, another dialog box is going to appear. Since I'm not printing direct to the printer, but I just want to change the drawing to PDF format, then I need to type the name of this and also where I need to store it. So let's say maybe floor plan. So I will say floor plan. So floor plan, and this is in PDF format. This is the format, and then you can choose where you want this drawing to appear. So in this case, it's under my documents. So if you want to choose another folder, for example libraries, if you want this to go to maybe in my pictures, then you can choose that one as it is, but it's going to be a PDF format. So you say save. Cannot save in a specified folder is not the actual in the system location. So in this case, it's rejecting. This is only meant for the picture, but we can choose another file. I have a lot here, so if I go to libraries, then I choose my documents. So under my documents, I'll choose academic. So I'll leave my drawing into academic, then I'll say save. So if you have that option to say after converting the drawing to PDF, then it opens the PDF, then the PDF file will be opened. But in this case, we do not have, I believe that's how we have the format. So it opens, so we have it. This is the drawing. You can zoom this by clicking on that to see the extent of the drawing. So the advantage of this PDF format, you can even switch off the layers that you don't want them to be seen. Like for the dimensions, you can switch off. You can see that the dimensions have gone. So if you need the dimensions, you switch on, then the dimensions will come in. Where you do not need the the walls. If you don't need the walls, you click on the walls. You can see that the walls have gone, and to bring them back you have them. So if these were drawn in layers, then all this will go. As for the doors, if I want to switch off the doors, then yeah, you have that. So printing in this case means that I'll have my drawing printed without the doors. And also maybe where you have the furniture, I do not know the layers for the furniture. So let's see, layer 10 is for the beds or maybe whatever, and so you have layer F, whatever. So you can choose which layers you want to appear on the drawing, and even the text. So those layers that are under the text, in fact maybe these texts are not on the text. So even the window, where you have a window and they are on their own layer, then you can switch off the windows, like in this case. So we have switched off the windows and then you switch on. So you can take this PDF format file, or you can send it to anyone else who doesn't have an Autocad program in their computer. And also maybe when you want to print from a computer that does not have Autocad software, but it has the PDF reader, so you can do that. That's one way of printing. Okay, another way of printing is assuming I just need to print this, or maybe several drawings on the same paper with different scales, then I need to use the paper space, because if you are using the model, it will be difficult for you to print the drawings that have been drawn to a scale of 1:1 on different scales. So you have to use the paper space in this case. Of course, I've already come up with some of the drawings that are on the paper space. As you'd see, these are the drawings that are on the paper space, and also the paper on which we are going to print. So in my case, in most cases, what I do is that I like drawing the margin of the paper where I'm going to print my drawings on. Of course, these are, we are going to a scale of 1 to 100. For example, if I want to print my drawing on a paper size which is A3, then I will draw a rectangle equivalent to A3. So for this, I will say dimension. So the dimension is that is A3 is 420 by 297. So 297, then I have that. This is my, so I can even come up with the title block here to write everything, the notes and everything, to a scale of 1:1. So this has to be to a scale of 1:1. So assuming that I want to print maybe several drawings but different scales, then I'll use the MV. You type MV, then press enter. Then it's asking me to say corner whatever feet, so I'll just do that window whatever where I want my drawing to appear. So the drawing will come in from the let's say I wanted to print let's have just one drawing which are but of different scales anyway. In this case, I will choose the drawing that I need by double clicking the windows, and then you zoom out. Let's say I want to print this drawing to a scale of 1 to 100. Then I'll go to view, zoom, then scale. So view, zoom, scale. Now it's asking me enter the scale factor. So this is going to be it's going to be 1 slash 100 XP, 1 slash 100 XP. So it means that this drawing has, and then you press enter. So this drawing has been scaled to a scale of 1 to 100. So this is 1 to 100, and so you have that is 1 to 100. So you can just move in the window so that the drawing is the scale is just it just enclose that. So this is to a scale of 100. If I'm to move this, then I'll just say this move, I'll move it to that position, and then I can as well copy this so that I change the scale, maybe that one, and there it comes, another one maybe there. The aim is for me to come up with the same drawing, but for me to come up with different scales. So I'll double click on this window to change the scale, then I'll go to view zoom, view zoom scale, then asking me, so I'll print this to a scale of 1 to 200. So I'll say 1/200 XP, and so that's it. And then I'll double click outside, and then I'll have that. I'll just change the windows. Of course, that has to be, yeah, like that. That has to be like that. And then I'll reduce this is yeah. Then I'll move this maybe from here to somewhere there. Okay, and then maybe let me change this. I should be to a scale of I'll double click. Maybe it should be to a scale of course another for zoom scaling is a zoom, you press enter, then yes, you press enter, then you have 1 slash maybe to a scale of 1000, then we'll say 1/1000 XP. You know, it should be 500 anyway. It should be 500 XP. So we have that. So this is the scale of 1 to 500. So you can see that the other drawing are appearing, but we are interested in just one drawing and see what is happening. So this is the drawing that we are printing. But where you need to print several drawings, it means that you'll be selecting the way I'm doing this, the drawing that you want them to be printed. So you see that if we move this, we have this can even come there. If we move that from that corner to, yeah. So that you see that this is to a scale of 1 to 100, and this is to a scale of 1 to 200, and this is to a scale of 1 to 500. But all these drawings are the same. It's from the same drawing. So you can print one drawing several on several occasions with different scales. That is, sometimes you can just zoom on just one area, just to determine one area, say how is it going to look like. You can do that, but that is not possible with the model if you are printing from the model. But if you are printing from the paper space, you can do that. And then you go to file, then you have plot, and then you have that. Of course, we are going to use the same drawing to PDF. And for this, we need to select, we have the layout, we need to select, it should be not necessarily, maybe we should change there first, then we have none, and then there we select, we say window. So for window, it's asking us the window, then we have that one, you select the window for A3 paper size. Of course, that has to be centered maybe, and the scale has to be 1 to 1, I think so. And again, let's preview this. So that's it. Of course, we had red margins because of the margins of the paper. So the printer is not going to print on the margins, but it can print on, so it has the margins. So that's why we are not seeing anything here. Okay, it is not being printed. So you can say exit, and also you say cancel, because we want to move this drawing so that it's also printed alongside other drawings. So you can move that maybe to somewhere there, and then we access our print file plot, and then I say window. It has to be ACB or a CAD CTB or just none. So you go to window, and then you select that window, and then you have another corner, and then you say center the plot, then you preview that drawing. So previewing our drawing, it looks like this. Okay, yeah, of course it's on the A3 paper size, so it's looking like this. So once you are satisfied, then you just say plot. Of course, I haven't arranged the drawings the way they are supposed to be arranged. I'm just giving you a hint on how you can print your drawings, but there is also need to arrange the drawings properly, and then to properly title block, or the drawings should have a title block. So after we are satisfied with the way the drawings would look like, and then we'll say plot. In this case, I will say plot. Then it is going to plot. So it's asking us, of course, it is in the academic, and then we'll say elevations. Elevations, that's the name of the drawing, and we're just going to say save. And then it's plotting as it is doing like that, and then we'll have a PDF file to show that it has been plotted. So this is the PDF file of the drawing that we are printing. So as you see, this is of course, as if you don't want to have those margins, you can set them to def points. That is, you set them to area of def points. Of course, we'll be discussing what def points are and whatever, so that you only have the drawings without the margin. So you can see that it's the same drawing, but different scales. As you can see, the drawing is the same, but of different scales. So that's how we print the drawings to different scales. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your attention. If there are any questions, you are welcome. You can ask them. Thank you very much.